Good morning, boys and girls. This week, you should have lesson 15 and have in your packet, let's start with pages 162 and 163. At the top, it should say understand fractions on a number line. How do number lines help us to understand numbers? You are used to seeing number lines to show whole numbers. For example, on that number line, you have the numbers between 0 and 4 wholes, or 4 whole pizzas. The numbers on this line are the same distance apart. The distance from one number to the next number is 1 whole. Each time you add another whole, count another whole on the number line, just like we normally do, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you can show more than whole numbers on a number line. Fractions are equal parts of a whole. You see this on a number line too. The section between 0 and 1 on the number line shows 1 whole. If you mark this section to show equal parts, it is the same as dividing a whole into equal parts. So look at the number line below. It has 1 whole, and then it is broken into fractions of 1/4 each. The section between 0 and 1 is marked off into 4 equal parts called 1/4. Now, number lines can help us understand fractions that are greater than 1. You can count fractions on a number line just like you can count whole numbers. When you're counting whole numbers, you say 1, 2, 3, 4. When you count fourths, you are saying 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, and 4/4. And that is what that number line shows you. You can also use number lines to show fractions greater than 1. To do this, mark off each section between pairs of whole numbers, like 0 and 1, 1 and 2, into the same number of equal parts, then show fractions. If you look at the top of that number line, you'll see the numbers 0, 1, and 2. So that number line has 2 whole parts. Down at the bottom, each individual whole is broken into fourths. So you have 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, and 4/4. 5/4, 6/4, 7/4, 8/4. The distance from 0 to 2 on the number line, you could either call it 2 wholes or 8/4. They would be the same amount. I want you to do the reflect below. How many 1/3 or thirds are there between 0 and 1? I would like for you to pause the video at this time so that you can work this out on your paper. Thank you for doing that, boys and girls. I would have tried to draw. You have to explain how you know they are thirds. So I would have drawn a number line between 0 and 1. Then I would have broken that up into 3 equal parts. If you tell how you know what each part is, for example, the denominator, the number of equal parts that you have broken it into, should be a 3 because it is broken into 1/3. The top number would be how many individual parts you're being asked to make, to shade, or how many is not shaded. It's the numerator. I would like for you to keep working on this, and in your practice book, complete pages 169 and 170. And thanks for joining me today, boys and girls. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye bye.